Hi, my name is Angie Janovic, and I'm going to discuss Module 13 on tort liability. Tort is an action that causes harm or injury to someone else. Liability is the action of being held legally responsible for something, and tort liability is when someone's actions result in hurting someone else and they are held responsible. After going through some cases, the first one I looked at was a first grade music class, and the students were taught by the teacher how to play London Bridge is Falling Down, where the students linked arms and had another student in the middle during the music. The first student was released and fell into a bookshelf, causing significant injury to his eye. The court found that the teacher was negligent in supervision because the students were in the early part of the game and they were first graders. In order to be reactive, I believe our administration would meet with the teacher and discuss the importance of supervision. And they'd also look at, is this the first time incident of inadequate supervision, or is this something that needs to be addressed? In order to be proactive, they'd make sure students understand the importance of supervision and awareness of their surroundings. Ethics. It is our responsibility as educators to take effort in protecting students from harm. The next case I looked at was a suit filed against a substitute teacher for allegedly committing assault and battery. When the student stood up and refused to leave the room, the teacher grabbed the student's arm to escort him from the room. The court ruled in favor of the teacher. For reactive, administration will meet with the teacher to make sure they understood what happened and work with the family and make sure everyone was able to get on the same page of what happened and why. For proactive measures, it would be good to make sure that teachers in their emergency subfolders not only have their lesson plans, but they also include some behavior procedures and helpful hints or tips on discipline and who to ask for help when needed. Ethics. A teacher may not unreasonably restrain a student, but they do have a responsibility to maintain classroom management and ensure learning and safety for the rest of the class. The next case I looked at was with a fifth grade student who was pushed in the locker room with lack of adult supervision, and it also resulted in a splenectomy. For reaction, again, the administration would meet with the teacher to discuss proper actions and supervision. It would be discussed if this is something they need to look at further. Is this happening often? Was this a one-time occurrence? And in order to be proactive, would be to make sure that there are procedures in place and protocol when it comes to the supervision of locker rooms or in the gym. Do they need more staff? Really look at what's going on during that time, transition times. And to always put student supervision as a top priority. Ethics. It is the teacher's priority to supervise and strive to keep students out of harmful situations to the best of their ability. The next case I looked at was with a fourth grade student on the playground. They were injured on a merry-go-round under the adult supervision of a substitute teacher. And the court ruled that it was part negligence for lack of supervision and part responsibility of the student after they were asked to slow down on the merry-go-round. For reaction, the administration would be sure to make sure that that merry-go-round was fixed or removed due to the safety concerns of the merry-go-round. They would meet with the substitute about supervision and meet with the certified staff to ensure that these duties are not passed on to substitutes and that they take care of their responsibilities and supervision. In order to be proactive, all school grounds, including the playground and equipment, need to be checked for safety requirements. Recess duties should be organized to make sure that there's adequate certified teacher supervision compared, and also look at that ratio to teacher and students. Ethics. Teachers take responsible and reasonable measures to keep students safe from harm and provide adequate supervision. The next case that I looked at was with a special education student in ninth grade. They left school early unnoticed by staff and was sexually assaulted by an older special education student. In this case, the court concluded that the school was 70% at fault. With a serious case like this, I believe the district would make sure that there are stricter policies district-wide to be enforced on attendance and supervision, And the protocol and rules for students leaving campus, how is that monitored? What do they need to do? In order to be proactive, which I kind of just got into with that, is make sure there are procedures, but also make sure that teachers understand the importance of when students are gone. That's why we take attendance and make sure that they understand how important it is to make sure the office knows right away so they can check. For ethics, the teachers need to take reasonable actions to keep students safe at all times. And these are my resources used while investigating some of these tort cases. Thank you.